I hope I'm live. I'm not sure. I think I'm live. Yes, I'm live. Great. Let's see here. Hi. Yes. Hi, everyone. I wanted to make this quick video here right after the today, day 10 of the Karen Reed, John O'Keefe's trial, right? The murder trial or cover-up trial. And as I mentioned yesterday in my live video, at the end of that 1 hour live stream, I was talking about also how much these people are lying while claiming to be religious, right? And how do I know that? Because I will show you some pictures which I found absolutely, I mean, it is crazy. And by the way, I'm from Boston, and let me tell you this. It is, for me, and by the way, go Bruins today. Oh my God, I hope that the game 5, the Bruins will win. But in any case, what I found very um, interesting is that the amount of lies, especially on today's trial, when these young girls come in and talking about, I mean, I'm not even talking about the father, right, the owner of the house where officer John O'Keefe was found dead on his lawn, right? So his son, his daughter spoken, and then the two friends of the Brian Albert's son has also spoken, right? And so what I was immediately caught my attention was, this is one of the friends of Brian Albert's son, Brian Albert Jr., right? So he, or Chris Albert Jr., in any case, his son's, one of his son's friends, and look at their necklaces. And this was actually the other friend. This was the nurse. Apparently, she is a nurse, and I will get to that. Her necklace is different. These are the tough guys, right? Like the cops. And the guy on the second on the right is John O'Keefe, who was murdered that, on the night combining 28th and 29th of January 2022. And he was found dead on the lawn of the guy next to him, Brian Albert, who is a almost 30-year Boston cop, former Boston cop, a sergeant detective, which is absolutely wild the way he lied today and his inconsistency. Let me tell you this, instead of lies, like the inconsistencies of his statements as a sergeant detective and a Boston cop for 30 years. I mean, you got to be kidding me, okay? And their sons and the daughters and everyone else seems like very, very conservative. They are this huge family, and to me, I always keep, for me, this is very, very important detail, but many people, of course, not talking about. But for me, personally, this is important. These details are important sociologically and in general. as humanity, right? So how on earth can you wear this cross and your necklace coming right in the face? I don't believe she worn this yesterday. I haven't seen it. Maybe it was inside, but she still wore a shirt, so you could have seen it, but this one was very obvious right away in your face. And that was interesting to me because I literally talked about this yesterday at the end of my live stream. So you, in my opinion, with my background of talking about spirituality and religions and having all the education about religions, every religion, I mean every core religion that, um, 3 and 4 major religions that I studied in detail, that I know, if you really know about these religions, you know that lying is not what's being preached. You cannot come in the court of law and in the court of the heavens. You cannot lie, full stop. And what are you wearing this for? And this is true for every religion, not just this religion. And I'm not telling you out loud the wording of the religion because for some reason I noticed this that yesterday and the day before, that somehow YouTube is blocking now the name of the religions. Either yesterday's video was somehow limited in the monetization, as well as why didn't wait for some totally unrelated a comment about religion and I named that religion, and that comment was immediately erased. It was erased immediately by YouTube. So that's why I'm not telling you which religion I'm talking about, but you got the idea. So again, this was the girl, the very beginning here. I want to show you this one here, the friend who also, look at her necklace, a cross, right? This one here, a close shot. This one here. And she literally, like, I cannot believe how she even dared to just totally make a statement up that didn't even exist in previous statements ever before. She literally made that statement up today before the hearing, and she mentioned that. And the defense obviously caught that and said, what the hell are you talking about, right? So to me, you cannot sit there and keep lying while you're wearing a cross on your chest, claiming to be conservative and religious. This is crazy. And then also, she claimed that she saw, also made up. First, she said that she saw, and that was the very first time anyone ever said that, with all in day 10, like 2 weeks now, that somebody saw something on the lawn. And before that, it was like, no, I didn't see anything, I didn't see anything, I didn't see anything. And only she, and she is outside of the Alberts family and the circle of them. But she's a very, 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 very close friends of them. And so she was the only one is indicating that she said that she saw something. and yelled at and yelled at inside the car that she saw something. And then later she said, literally in the matter of 30 minutes or so, she said that thing, she first said there was a thing, then she said it was like a 6 foot or so tall something, that thing that she saw. And then of course the defense said, listen, if you think that this might be a 6 foot, you just said that, you did never ever said that before, but if you believe that this is a person lying there, didn't you feel saying that let's stop and see if that person needs help, right? I mean, I would ask the same question, like, as a from the humanitarian side. And exactly that's what the defense attorney said, like, wouldn't you even ask if you have seen maybe like a 6 foot tall person, wouldn't you say, let's check it out? Maybe it's a person, it's winter, it's snowing, it's a snowstorm is coming up and it's like so cold outside. Let's check it. Maybe that person needs help. Did you do that? She said, no. Did you say, let's stop and check? No. And then, very, very nicely, the defense attorney said, wasn't in your car your friend a registered nurse? This girl here. And this girl, like, what are you doing, like, okay? And this girl, who is also in the car, also there, was in that house for 6 to 8 hours together. And the defense attorney said, exactly, I would ask the same thing. Isn't she a nurse? Wouldn't you say, let's come and check out? I mean, what is happening here? Again, the amount of lies, and by claiming to be religious and conservative, it's not about the people being conservative, it's like the lies, and then, you know, putting across, and I see this across all religions. Like, whom are you kidding, right? This guy, that the Brian Alberts, like, literally, he destroyed his cell phone right before he was ordered not to destroy it by the court, and he did it 1 day before. Because he knew if he would have done that after he was ordered, he would have committed felony, right? Tampering with the evidence. And obviously there was so much evidence tampering going on anyway in this case. And this guy tells that he had no idea. He completely destroys his phone, and he has no idea that his data would be completely gone. And conveniently 1 day before. It is absolutely mind-blowing to me, amount of lies, and the way they lie is just like, you know, like so smooth, non-stop lies. Why do I say lies? Lies means if you have evidence that the other way around is more correct, right? But the way why I'm saying lies is because the inconsistency of of whatever they are saying, it doesn't match at all. Even during within an hour of the defense and the prosecutor's examination and the cross-examination, it doesn't match. Like, but they're just doing it so randomly, and that, from the humanitarian perspective And sociologically, it bothers me so much that they can easily lie, and so smoothly as nothing has happened in the world. Listen, we are talking about a human being. We are talking about a loving, caring person who is taking care of, for 8 years, of his dead sister who died from cancer within 5.5 months, and within 2.5 months after that, her husband, like this guy's brother-in-law. So he took on their 2 kids, little 2 kids, and raised them. And then he finally seems like found the girl of his life, and seems like she found him. And they were about to actually build officially a family. And you see how loving and caring they are and affectionate they are to each other, and everyone attested that in the court, that they are like, all witnesses said they seem like very affectionate to each other. And you can see in the videos, in the pictures, like how much they care for, they loved each other, and how much he seemed like such a sweetheart. And obviously, and he is being known as a saint in the community. As I keep saying, this case, watch my yesterday's video, is about jealousy, full stop. Jealousy on 3 levels. So again, it's mind-blowing to me that your ego and jealousy, if you feel like you're religious and you are conservative, what have you, that your ego, your jealousy, your hatred, whatever it is above these 2 children who now even lost their second father. I mean, what about the trauma of these children, right? What are they going through? Does anyone care about that? No, because your ego is right above that. And this girl I talked about at the end of yesterday's video, I mean, she already perjured herself. She lied, like literally straight up lied, okay? And that's why the defense want to just totally eliminate her from the case, because she perjured herself. So, and again, her necklace, and she straight up lied. And these girls are conservative girls. Look at the picture. To me, no. The way I've been raised, no. Or the way I think, that's not conservative. No. People are not conservative in that picture. That's so like, no. So that's what I'm saying. It is, and that's the purpose of this video, the amount of lies in this trial by conservatives, by fake religious people, and the easy lies, like very smooth, non-stop, and the cover-up is it's just hard to watch from that perspective. I'm not even talking about the law and the trauma. Like, imagine that, for example, Karen Reed, right? Let's go backwards. That's Karen Reed, who finally found maybe the love of her life, right? and he found her, and they have a phenomenal relationship for 1.5 years, and they want to do finally, all with the children together. They want to actually go and take some trip and want to build their family, actual official family. And imagine not only her trauma, I talked about this yesterday, her trauma for not only the loss of her love, but the way she found him to be dying. And when you look at the description by his brother, who is only left after, from all 3 siblings, he's now the youngest who left, and who has also 2 young children, now left with the other 2 children, who lost their father, lost their mother, and then lost now the second father, John O'Keefe. And imagine all the traumas going on, and the way how she found him dying, and the way his brother described in the witness stand was like in the hospital when they saw him dying or dead. When they arrived, he had eyes like a ping pong ball, and there was blood coming out of his nose, blood coming out of his mouth. He had bruises, he had like bites on his right arm. His knuckles were bruised here on the right side. He must have punched something, and there is punching. Let me tell you that there was punching. And nobody talks about this, his right fist knuckles were bruised. If you know about martial arts or punching the bag, you get bruised. I experienced that. Those bruises don't go away, okay? They're brutal bruises when you punch the bag with naked hands. I had that happen. It hurts like crazy too. In any case, and what about the head? Like 3 centimeters of like straight up cut in the middle of his head. What about that? So what's going on there? And beside of that, if it was an accident, which I honestly don't believe, because if you hit somebody in the head like that, has this size of cut, the cover up, like nobody talks about an accident even. Of course, then that means they have to actually say it that they did it. But the amount of cover up, and then the lies, and their ego surpasses everyone else's trauma, children's trauma. You have Brian Alberts has 5 children. What about their children, their trauma? It is crazy to me how selfish people are. And these young girls having the cross as if it means something. It means a crap. Okay? It means a crap. And you are a nurse. Right here, you are a nurse. Most likely these are in their 20s, 25 years old, because the junior, the son of Brian Alberts, is 25 years old, and these are in the same age. Imagine that. Okay, look at this. And all their necklaces, like having the cross like straight in your face and easily lying. And this is a cop, a sergeant detective who has absolutely no clue apparently about destroying a phone right one day before it was ordered not to, and he has apparently no idea that this, when he upgrades the phone, that his data will be completely gone. And apparently has no clue, although he admits that he did 4 times or so upgrade of his phone, so he knows exactly what he's doing. I mean, and this is a sergeant detective, a marine, a boxer, right? A surgeon detective, 30 years almost a Boston cop. And the lies and the lies and the and somehow putting together this with a cross and just straight up like easily not saying the truth and nothing but the truth is just sickening, disgusting from the humanitarian and from the societal perspective. And with that, I'm ending this here. Let me know in the comments what you think. Give me a like if you find this video, you know, if you believe that I also spoke your words, what you're thinking about, but no one dares to talk about this stuff. I do. And you know, give this video a like and comment. I'm very curious about your comments, and subscribe. And I always talk about these things that nobody cares to talk about. So let me know in the comments, and I will see you next video. Bye bye.